Before watching this video, make sure to watch the previous parts as this is just a continuation of part 3. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video and make sure to watch till the end as it is very interesting. Right now, we are on the High Dam. There are two dams in Aswan. One is the old Aswan Dam and this is the High Dam which was constructed in 1960. So that is the Nile River, and actually on that side is Lake Nasser, which we will also be going to right now. If you look at that structure in the distance, that's actually the memorial of Egyptian and Soviet friendship. It is in the shape of a lotus, and on top there is a shield which represents the Russian Revolution. And on this side, we have the magnificent Lake Nasser. This one actually flows all the way to Abu Simbel, which we saw earlier today. This is a part of the Nile and is 350 kilometers in Egypt and 115 kilometers in Sudan. Sunset from the Nile cruise from our hotel room. It is night time and we have arrived by cruise to the wonderful Kom Ombo temple. It is going to be a bit different seeing it at night, but let's see how it is. Temple was actually very big and there are a lot of stories which you can Google up yourself. But I'm just going to give you a tiny briefing. Basically, why the meaning of Kom Ombo means city of gold. Hence, that is why it's Kom Ombo temple. Also, some of the stones in this temple were used to make up a factory. But now the factory is still there, the sugar factory. But however, the temple is a little bit destroyed because of the stones. There are two hallways and actually they are both divided for two of the gods. One of the gods is Horus, the god of medicine, and the other is the god of crocodiles. So on the right is Horus's and on the left is the crocodile god. They all have their own story, but in reality they were all fighting. So they went to the goddess of justice and she divided the temple equally. We'll also be going to the crocodile museum and I'll show you the hieroglyphic instructions inside. It was a holy place for both the gods, except as I said before, the rocks were taken away and the temple was destroyed. These are some closed off rooms. So these are actually mummified crocodiles. They had a habit of mummifying crocodiles because of the crocodile god. We have arrived at the Edfu temple of Horus.
Would you like to sit down?
The entrance is very similar to the Philae temple. However, the story is different. That you can see is Horus, the god of protection. There's a big battle fought. Some of the paintings also represent the battle between Ptolemy and his enemies. And there is a symbol which is actually colored on the gate that shows the measure of Horus as well as the sun god of enemies. This is the open court area and they have put different inscriptions on each of the pillars to show variation. That structure there is actually the library of the ancient times. And a similar structure there is actually where they kept the essences for the kings. look carefully, there is a little color still left. However, most of it has gone away. Also, due to there being a lack of sunlight, there is some kind of microbe growing up there, causing the ceiling and some of the paintings to become a little black. This is the main idol area, the sanctuary. Here we have an idol of Horus himself. There are a lot of the keys of lives here. We saw some yesterday as well. And actually on some of the paintings, like those, they are holding the key of life. There are a lot of rooms which are actually depicting the stories, just like Tom and Jerry. We are now at the back of the temple, and I'll actually be showing you how to read some of the hieroglyphics. So, for example, these are the symbols for tens. So, there are 3, which means this is 30. Then, here we have hundreds, which kind of looks like an E. So, this is 330. Then, we have these symbols, which are actually thousands. So, 3,330. Then, we have 10,000s. So, 30,000, 33,330. It gets quite confusing after a point. Then we have 100,000 and then a million. So actually these are the number of enemies the king killed. So you can see in this inscription. There are a lot of inscriptions with the boats. Like yesterday, this is actually the Nilometer. So the water of the Nile used to flow here, and the Egyptians would measure how high it comes. On that basis, they would decide how much to tax the people. This is one of the places where the paint is actually a little bit visible. It is fading away, but you can still see the blue, red and white paintings. Alright, so that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I didn't want to make it so long, and I've tried putting in as much footage as I can. However, it just won't fit. Anyways, make sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next video. Also, hit the notification bell so you will get a notification when I upload the next part. Stay tuned and sit back and relax until the next